Welcome back to the corner, everyone. I'm the DM as always, and today I just want to make a really fucking quick video because this shit pisses me off so fucking much. So, as everyone knows, Hurricane Helene recently happened, and Impact Plastics told their employees that they had to stay. Okay, they told them that they had to stay. That's what they were told. Make no mistake about this. The employees should have just left. They should have told the Impact Plastics people, fuck you, fuck off, we are leaving. I am not blaming them. I'm making this perfectly clear. This is on Impact Plastics and everyone who fucking manages it, okay? And especially on the CEO now. End of story. This statement that this fucking piece of shit 50, 60, 70-year-old fucking white man is making is not an apology. This is not an apology. This is a PR statement. He is reading off a fucking piece of paper that was written by his fucking PR team. This is a PR statement, nothing else.
I'm Gerald O'Connor, founder and president of Impact Plastics in Irwin, Tennessee.
I want to pull this guy up, so we now know his name. Let me pull this this piece of shit up for you. Congrats on him. He's done a really good job scrubbing himself off the fucking internet.
President of Impact Plastics in Irwin, Tennessee. Due to death threats against me and my family, and to reduce the stress on local law enforcement that now needs to be focused on recovery operations, I'm with you by this video.
So he starts off the video by saying that the only reason he's making the video is because he's received death threats. Well, guess what, you fucking numpty? You wouldn't have received the death threats if you hadn't forced those workers to be there.
The flood of September 27th took from our Impact Plastics family some great employees. One was a personal friend of more than 30 years.
Obviously not that great of a friend if you forced him to go into work when we knew there was a fucking hurricane on the horizon.
Of working together. We are heartbroken.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Our loss, and we'll keep.
If they were actually heartbroken about this, you know what he would have done? He would have started the video by saying, I am deeply regretful and sorry for what my company did. As a result, we are going to make a donation to every single family affected by it in the sum of $1 million to each one. That's what he would have started the video off with. He would have started the video off by saying, we're going to be supporting every single person that was affected by this, by our stupid actions. Instead, he started off by saying, the only reason I'm making this video is because we've received death threats.
Keep those who have now passed in our hearts forever.
No, you won't.
Following that day, I ordered an immediate review of the events and the timeline of what occurred that morning.
Oh, you know what this sounds like? We're doing an internal investigation with our own team to see if we did any wrongdoing. Let's see if they found themselves to have done anything wrong.
Beginning as soon as the last surviving employees and a count of those who are missing were addressed. With help from the National Guard, we were able to help secure the rescue 5 of our employees by helicopter.
Guess what? You wouldn't have had to rescue anyone if you hadn't forced them into work.
Today, we share that preliminary report with the public. The findings are...
They're not sharing the preliminary report. They are sharing what they have decided to tell us. Nothing else. Because remember, you have to remember, if they were actually sharing it, we would be able to see the entire document. But we can't because they're not sharing it.
That employees were told to leave the plant at least 45 minutes before the gigantic force of the flood hit the industrial park. There was time to escape.
No, there wasn't. So, for people who are not aware, like this dumbass fucking white man is, if you wish to escape a hurricane, you do not start your evacuation 45 minutes before the hurricane hits. Okay. In fact, let me pull. I'm gonna actually pull something up real quick. So I have two things pulled up here. This is the first one from ABC News. So after making landfall in Florida's Big Bend region as a major Category 4 hurricane. Okay, so Hurricane Helene was a Category 4. So this is from Sugar Land, Texas. Now, Texas is directly next to the waters, so they know what they're talking about when they say when they talk about these, right? So a Category 4 hurricane. Low-lying escape routes may be cut by rising water 3 to 5 hours before arrival of the center of the hurricane. Okay, so that means that 3 to 5 hours, as many as 5 hours before and as few as 3 hours before the hurricane or the center of the hurricane arrives, low-lying escape routes are cut off, which means you cannot escape it. So they were told 45 minutes before the waters from the hurricane, not just even just the waters, the major impact, the actual flood, the major floods of it were going to hit, okay? Which means that at that point, their escape route was already fucking gone. They weren't escaping. It was too late.
Employees were not told at any time that they would be fired if they left the plant. After checking to make sure everyone was out of our plant and to rescue important files, I was one of the last people to leave the plant and luckily escape. To our knowledge, no one perished while on company property.
So they did an internal investigation of themselves and found that they had no wrongdoing.
My company will cooperate fully with the inquiries from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and the Tennessee Occupation and Health Administration in days ahead.
In days ahead, not going forward. No. They're not going to cooperate with them going forward, only for the following days.
For now, our focus is on our employees. Thank you for your hard work as we all try to recover from this tragedy. I fell in love with Irwin and the people back in 1987 as a home for Impact Plastics. My plan is...
He fell in love with them because he wanted to build a factory there. So he did not actually love Irwin or Tennessee or the community. He loved the fact that he could put a plant there.
To build back our business in this town that I love as quickly as we can.
So he wants to build another plant. He doesn't want to make sure the community recovers. He doesn't want to ensure that those that were impacted can stabilize themselves. He wants to ensure he can put a plant back there as soon as possible.
And offer good jobs again to the people who live there.
That's what he wants to do. This is a fucking PR statement. It's not an apology. Never once in this fucking 2.5-minute video does he fucking apologize. Fuck you, Gerald O'Connor. Fuck you, Impact Plastics.